Welcome into Texans Today. I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs, and on today's show, why Higgins could be the key to this Texans offense. Texans' first selection in the 2025 NFL Draft at pick 34, round 2, Jayden Higgins. Why is he going to be the key to this offense and how he's going to unlock C.J. Stroud? I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I believe this man right here is going to make a lot of Texans fans very happy in 2025. Number 1, the belief from the Texans. Just already, you can see the difference in, guys coming into different organizations, guys who are rookies in the NFL. Whenever their team, whenever their coaching staff, whenever their staff believes in them, whenever the front office, the guys, whenever there's that belief, I think it really propels these guys forward. This is what DeMeco Ryans had to say on Jayden Higgins. Jayden is just a big target. I know a lot of people said he's very similar to Texans wideout Nico Collins and what he's able to do, but you get a receiver of his stature and with his catch radius, it just opens up a lot of things for us offensively that I know all of our guys are excited about. And it's one thing to walk the walk, right? Oh yeah, we're really happy to have you. We love you. Another thing to, walk the walk, right? And the Texans are talking the talk and they're walking the walk because they actually made a historic deal with Jayden Higgins. He's the first second-round pick in NFL history to have a fully guaranteed contract, 100%. If that doesn't tell you that this front office and coaching staff has an inordinate amount of respect and belief in Jayden Higgins' talent, I don't know what will, because they already said they love the guy and they already showed it in that contract that they gave him in a fully guaranteed deal as a second-round pick. And I think it's going to rub a couple teams the wrong way with the Texans giving him that fully guaranteed contract, with other second-round picks probably looking around and saying, hey, why can't I get a fully guaranteed deal? I think it's going to start something, but that just shows you how much the Texans really like that guy. And I think if they couldn't trade out of pick 25, I honestly think the Texans might have selected Jayden Higgins at 25 as well. I don't think they had a problem with that. I think they were okay moving back to gain more capital because they thought he'd be there at 34, but I think they might have taken him at 25 as well. Let's look at reason number 2. Why I think Higgins is going to be the key to this Texans offense. The Bengals model, right? They don't have the best offensive line. They made it to a Super Bowl. You know why? Because they have an amazing young quarterback and they have insane wideouts to go with it, right? You have Jamar Chase, you have T. Higgins. And I think they want Nico Collins and Jayden Higgins to be like the Bengals tandem of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. They just paid both those guys massive contracts this offseason. Funny enough, T. Higgins is actually making more money than Nico Collins over year. But I think the goal is going to be to have that sort of 1-2 duo where you're not going to be able to double either of them because the other one will go off. If you double Jamar Chase, T. Higgins is going to have a field day. And there's no way you're going to double T. Higgins and leave Jamar Chase one-on-one. So it leaves room for both of these guys to really feast. And I think that's what the Texans are really looking forward to with Nico Collins, Jayden Higgins, and then you add in other guys like a Christian Kirk, a Jaylin Noel. It just makes it where there's too many weapons for defensive coordinators to scheme against. And I'm going to ask you all a question real quick, because I was one person which I was a little upset with it after the draft, but looking forward, I mean, Nick Caserio, this front office, maybe they have a plan that I don't know about. I want to know, was it a good idea for the Texans to double dip at wide receiver instead of offensive line in this draft? Give me a yes, give me a no down in the comment section. We were all expecting the Texans to draft multiple offensive linemen. I even said, I guarantee if the Texans don't take one in round 1, they'll double dip in this draft. That was not true. The Texans took only one offensive lineman in this draft class, and it was in the second round in Ariante Ursery. So let me know down in the comment section, do you think it was a good idea to double up on receiver instead of O-line? Give me a yes, give me a no, give me your thoughts down below. Let's go to the next reason why I think Higgins is going to be the key to this offense. He's a downfield threat. And the Texans want to take the top off of a defense. They have Nico Collins. They have another guy that could do that now in Jayden Higgins, where it doesn't have to be all up to Nico Collins to get the deep ball, right? It felt like, the only way the Texans were going to move the ball deep down the field is if it was to Nico Collins. And you heard it from DeMeco Ryans at the beginning of this video. A lot of people are comparing Higgins to Nico Collins, 6'4", 214 pounds, 4.47 40-yard dash, a 39-inch vertical. He had the second best receiving score in the FBS, first down or touchdown on 51% of his catches this past year, and he had the 11th best yards per route run in the 2025 class. He is a legit downfield threat. He can go high point the ball. He attacks the ball just like a Nico Collins, and that's the reasons why he kind of got that comp to a Nico Collins. And people who are all tied up in receiving roles, and we already have a Nico Collins. Why would we go out and get a guy with that same skill set? Why not? He's one of the best receivers in the NFL. Yes, I'd like to take two of those, please. If I can get two Nico Collins, the better. I don't care if they play the same way, the same position. You know, there's enough of the field for both of them to work out. So I love the fact that they went ahead and did that. So it's not just up to Nico Collins to be this Texans, downfield threat. And the other part of it is, a lot of the times you get guys who are big and downfield threats and physical, and they might have a problem, problems with the dropsies. They might not be able to be the, most sure-handed guy out there. That's not Jayden Higgins at all. I think he's actually the most sure-handed player in this draft class. Actually, I don't know that. I'm not thinking that. I do know that because 2024, 2 drops. 2023, 1 drop. You go even back further. 2022 at Eastern Kentucky, 1 drop. This dude doesn't drop the football. And yeah, how I was saying, maybe I don't know. Well, I do know that he's the most sure-handed receiver in this draft. And the funny enough, look who's here at number 8, right? Jaylin Noel as well. He had the lowest drop rate out of anybody in this draft class. At 1.4%, right in front of Jack Bech. So this dude can work out, and he's not going to drop the ball on pivotal downs. That's why I think the Texans were just elated to get him at 34. And like I said earlier in the video, I think it would have been fine taking him at 25. I have one more reason, and probably the biggest reason why I think he's going to unlock this Texans offense in 2025. But before we do, you want the hats that these guys were wearing during the draft, the Texans draft hats with the H-Town made pin. You can get them with our friends over at Fanatics. Just go to chatsports.com/Texans hats. That link will be in the comment section and description of today's video. All different sizes, shapes, colors available. They have the salute to service. They have the secondary logo hats. All of them available over there. Chatsports.com/Texans hats. Even the summer beach hat as well. Some of these hats are on sale, so go check them out today. That link, like I said, in the comment section and description of today's video. All right, now let's go to the biggest reason why I think Higgins is going to make a massive improvement to this Texans offense in 2025. The Texans had some red zone woes this past year, right? They were not amazing in the red zone. For how many times they got down there, their touchdown conversion rate in the red zone was not good. 28th in the NFL. 28th in turning red zone opportunities into touchdowns. 48.4% of the time. That means over half the time the Texans made it into the red zone, they didn't score a touchdown. You can't win games like that. You can't trade 3s for 7s in the NFL. You're going to end up losing that game, especially when you're playing some of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. You're going to have, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. They're going to rack up points. And if you can't do so on the other side to help out your defense, which is a top 3 defense, in my opinion, in the NFL, you're not going to win football games. And Jayden Higgins, one more stat for that red zone woes, a 56% contested catch rate, and he's a great blocker. So not only being able to catch those tough balls in the end zone, but also he's going to be able to help run block in the red zone so you don't have to take him out. If you have to run the ball, he's going to be able to throw his body around, throw some blocks around as well. That's why I think Higgins is a complete receiver and going to absolutely unlock C.J. Stroud in this Texans offense in 2025. Now, if you want some more breakdowns for your Houston Texans, don't hesitate. Go hit that subscribe button. You made it all the way to the end of the video, and hey, it's 100% free. We bring you Texans content all year long. So what's stopping you from going down right now and hitting that sub button?